I'm Holly and welcome to my channel, Holly Go Read. Gonna try to keep things short today, have a little review video for you about To Be Honest by Maggie Ann Martin. I freaking loved it. It was so good the whole way through. It was just this super nostalgic experience for me. To Be Honest follows a character named Savannah, aka Savvy, as she kind of navigates her senior year of high school. Her sister, who she also thinks of as a best friend, has just gone away to college, leaving Savannah alone with her mom for the first time, which is really difficult because not only has her mom just competed on a extreme weight loss television show, there's a lot of really deep scars left behind by her parents' divorce. So we follow Savannah during that first bit of her senior year. She has a best friend named Grace, who is Hispanic and wonderful and really just cute. I'm actually going to put the book down because it hurts to hold. So Savannah meets one of Grace's cousins, George, and he's, got this new kid vibe, and you don't really know what's going to happen there. He seems really sweet from the get-go, but Savvy is just kind of in her own little world and isn't prepared for a boy to be nice to her. Savvy is very much like I was in high school, and that's probably why I like this book so much. I very much identified with the character of Savvy. So Savvy describes herself at one point in the book as, I was a sometimes mean, generally unagreeable, chubby girl. And I was just like, whoa, okay, this book is speaking to my soul, because that's who I was in high school. For real though. She has this way of, she looks at herself in a very positive way. She's like, nah, I'm cool with who I am. You do you, but I'm cool with who I am. I'm not gonna do your crazy juice cleanses because that's super unhealthy and all this stuff. And she's just very, very cool with who she is. But she also doesn't see herself very realistically from the outside. It takes, and it kind of follows that trope of, oh, she doesn't know she's beautiful, but in a different way, because typically when that trope plays out, it is a very thin, usually brunette. I don't know why, it's always brunettes. Because apparently blondes always know they're pretty. I don't know, but the trope usually plays into a thin, clumsy brunette, usually with freckles, right? But Savvy is not that. Savvy is a not straight size blonde who is, just doing her best self. She's living her best life. But she doesn't see herself as pretty in the eyes of boys. So when George enters the picture, and George likes her, I mean, it's pretty instantaneous. He's like, yeah, I mean, you're mean and all, but I'm into that. Which, bless him. We all need we all need a hype man like George. If you read this book, you'll be like, yes, yes, every girl needs a hype man like George. And I mean, she gives it right back too. Savvy hypes George. I'm going all over the damn place, aren't I? I really should have scripted this, but I didn't. So you guys get to listen to me ramble about this book because I really liked it, so I'm going to ramble about it. Because we all friends here, right? Anywho, okay. So Grace and Savvy's relationship, I really, really enjoyed. It reminded me a lot of me and my best friend in that they kind of push each other a lot. They push each other's buttons, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do whatever they can to help their friends' dreams come true. So Grace really knows how good Savvy is at journalism and really pushes her to incorporate that, even though Savvy's got her own ideas about what she wants to do after high school. So we've talked about Grace and Savvy. They're great. I love them. So let's talk about Savvy and her sister Ashley. Ashley is kind of this, I get very Hufflepuff vibes from Ashley, if that makes any sense. She's kind of this like peacemaker. She's a very dutiful daughter kind of vibes. I like her. She seems like a nice person. Savvy is very focused on her sister as they're barely a year apart. They've been like this for forevers, and and Ashley is usually the buffer between her mom and Savvy's fights. And now that she's gone, that dynamic really, really changes. At one point, Savvy and her mom have this just massive blowout. So Savvy drives for 4 hours or something like that to go to her sister and stay at her dorm. Savvy goes to school, and through the events there, she kind of realizes that, hey, maybe Ashley has her own life, and it may not be what I want. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you for that character development. Also, I love how Maggie Ann Martin just kind of like slid in there that, you know, Ashley was a lesbian. Like, hey. Little tiny in the background subplot about Ashley's love life and her, you know, making moves with this girl. Like, good on you. No, I mean, it didn't just throw it in there for like token lesbianism. Like, it also talked about Ashley was able to use her experience of coming out and part of her family not accepting her to really make a point with Savannah later on. Let's talk about Savvy and George. Okay. I ship them so hard. Like, George is just kind of like this like little nerdy jazz band kind of guy. Like, he's such a sweetheart, and Savvy's so mean to him sometimes that I'm like, dude, get out, run, go away. But I remember being mean to boys that I liked because I was scared of the rejection, and that's what this book really hits home for me. She was trying, and her Grace points this out to her, she was so scared of the rejection that at every turn, she was pushing him away. She was like, no, I can't deal with the feelings of the unrequited love. You need to back up. But it wasn't unrequited. She couldn't, and again, this comes back to she couldn't see herself the way he saw her. And that just was really great for me. This book, I mean, it was just stinking cute. Stinking cute. I mean, it's filled with like the little texting and notes in lockers, and it just takes you back. Like, I was like, can you be nostalgic for Panic? Because I was nostalgic for Panic when they talk about needing to find a partner in class. And I was like, oh, the nostalgia. But like nostalgia for Panic. That's bizarre to me, but anyway, I felt it. I felt it. Savvy is my new fictional best friend. So let's talk about the hard stuff here. Let's talk about Savvy and her mom. So, Savvy's mom, Kim. At first, all you know is that she competed on this extreme weight loss television show, and she lost a whole bunch of weight, and great for her. But Savvy's not so stoked about it. Not that she's not happy to see her mom healthier, but her mom is taking it too far. Her mom is putting the inspiration quotes all over their house, and not eating in a healthy way, very focused on the Instagram famous kind of lifestyle that comes after having competed on a reality television show, and just kind of nitpicking at Savvy, being like, are you sure you want to eat that? Think about the cat. Just those little nitpicky things that are just a killer to the soul. She also is noticing these changes in her mom's attitude, and she's not really okay with it. She's not okay with how her mom lost the weight because she doesn't think it's sustainable or healthy. And she's got a real problem with the reality TV show aspect of it. She's always talking about, oh, I need to lose 15 more pounds. Oh, I need to lose 10 more pounds. And when Savvy asks, you know, what happens when you get to that 15? And her mom just really won't answer. Her mom is probably one of the most interesting storylines in this book because you can see very slowly how bad this is getting. And nobody's really there to help Savannah because it's just the two of them. And she's 17. She's not equipped to handle what's going on with her mom. But I mean, it really points to the fear that you have when you're that age. Like, you feel partially like an adult, but then in other situations, you are so woefully unequipped to handle things. And I think this dealt with that beautifully. I really do. All in all, though, I rated this book 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't want it to end. In fact, the ending felt a little abrupt for me. I was like, no, there needs to be more. That's all I have to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Love to know your thoughts if you've read this book. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and my name is Holly, and go read.